Are you even in this? The scars they form with distance, a prison. It's like I'm trapped inside my mind. Oh, how did we get lost in this moment? Are you victim or are you witness in this life?
Elliott is out, ready to kick this one away. And away we go on Sunday Night Primetime. Starting from the 5. Stopped on the run back into 27. Here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016. He's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this case. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
Nice 70-yard shot on the opening sound of this game.
While that run may not have moved the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. It sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. They pick the hands off, now Prescott. It's moving up, they're able to drop it. This defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Coverage holds up, but he just had to get rid of it. So they couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, Seattle headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
Cowboys putting it away here on 4th, and it's the long-time vet Brian Anger on now. Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through it for a touchback. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. And leading them out is one of the league's longest tenured quarterbacks.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite and the game's most important position. And it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
First down, play action. Nice one by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
We spent spend so much time talking about an offense and how they script their first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sideline, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away, creating a negative play, creating a sack, creating an offense now behind the chains. That's exactly how you're looking to start.
They're going to try and throw it here. Forward play on football defensively. He knocks it away. That's going to bring up third down.
Hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play. You're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Arnold will say call Barkley. Disappointing way to begin this one as he was stopped for no gain, and 3 plays in, Brock. They're already facing fourth down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
Now on fourth down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. Ooh, snaps a little off, but he adjusts and sends it away. Fields this at the 19. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Dallas sending its offense out for the second time this game. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Cowboys just about set. Here comes first and 10. First down, here's Dak. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. The stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Play action now for Prescott. Short pass caught by his tight end. This one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that'll be good for Dallas first down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
Kid, it really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number 1, got to control that nose tackle. Number 2, you got to get people to the second level. That was teaching tape.
In the red zone on first. Setting up the running back screen. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
With that down the distance, this group is pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. So long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Dak now from the gun. And into the end zone he goes for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys go up 6-0 here in the first. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. quickly. Escapes the defender. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Eagles about set to get going for their second drive. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive.
I can't find my purpose. The time is passing by. Will it bury me alive, leaving me behind? Woke up and I tried.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. The 34 before he's tracked down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable. It creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Throwing off the play fake. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. No look on his first look of the game, and now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline. Swing out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going. That incompletion won't help.
Bray's man on the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Errant snap, but he gets what he can behind this one. And this will hit the goal line and then go into the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys about set to take over. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they fix things up a bit on this series. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Draw play. This is Williams. It's away from us. This is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. That'll be good for a Dallas 1st down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it set the table for more.
This is Sanders headed left. Gets with that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and put that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Prescott here from the gun. Looking slant route complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
About set. This is 3rd and 5.
Reset those chains.
1st and 10 from the 43. Straight ahead with Williams. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's a middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him, and things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. That's the line he's going to run for it. A lot of space ahead. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. You need to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Prescott. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Air it out on 3rd. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
7 yards. And it's 4th down.
One quarter down for these two NFC East teams. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to the link right after this. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. Field goal team is out, and if he can make this and push this to a 2-possession ball game.
Incredible kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy you can really trust to go out and get it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
For the Cowboys.
Here's Avery Williams on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
You know, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Motion the slot man right. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
I love a big old tight end. I like fast little Ferrari wide receivers, but you give me a big body tight end that can beat one-on-one coverage time and again, sign me up.
Back to Goddard, and he's got it. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Second down now, 7 to go. Trying to throw this from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's going to take this down to 31 before he gets taken down. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
He's going to throw it again. He completes it in traffic. That tackle stops him after a solid gain.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kane, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
On second down, here's Barkley. Whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, and they take him down for a loss. Saying up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. Rejection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Trophy with third down. It's complete to Goddard. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it first and goal from the 8.
21 yards. That's another Eagles first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Completed left side to Smith. He drives this forward to the 6.
Pickup of 2 brings up second and goal at the Cowboys 6-yard line.
It's second and goal. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Defense wins this round. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got third and goal.
When you get that jet sweep to the outside, you have to get vertical. There is just too much team speed in today's NFL if you don't go north and south.
Now we're back at the 7. Here's third and goal. Pass play now. And they go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Now lead the offense out there and try fourth and goal from the 4. Gonna try and go for it. He will not escape the rush on fourth and goal. That's a sack. This is going to be a turnover on down.
I'm going to guess a little deal was cut there by these pass rushers in the huddle. You guys in the secondary, just buy us a little time. We don't need perfect coverage. Just tighten things up so we can get home. And boy, did they ever in a big moment.
The Cowboys offense headed out there. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First call here coming from the shotgun. Now Dak to throw. Taking a shot deep here. They connect on the deep shot. He will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That goes for 32 yards. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Into the hands of Pickett. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
16 yards.
It's 16 yards on that play. That'll be good for a Dallas first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Williams. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Working now from the gun. He finds Pickens left side. And they are going to have to face a 3rd down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on it, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat, throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
He's going to be touchdown as he gets him enough to pick up the first down. There's 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. More from Sunday Night Primetime on the other side. On the line for another 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. He's keeping it again. This is going to get them all the way to the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
First down.
These are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Power play up the gun will result in 2 yards. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the leg quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. And this could have been much, much more exciting.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Brought in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down.
So that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Leading 4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. Dak now from the gun. They take this in for the score. The Cowboys grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys take a 3-possession lead.
Eagles defender.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
For the Cowboys.
Here comes Williams on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Going from the gun here. Finds him on the crossing route. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That was a whole lot of hoofing it all the way across the field. Before the two, tight end and QB could find a window in that zone to get him the ball. He had to earn that catch in every single yard that came with it.
The throw here on 1st down. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. He'll look to throw. Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
45-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Into the air here. He's smart and won't risk anything. He just chucks this away.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far. It's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. And again, it's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions that made this 3rd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
To the air on 3rd and long. It's everything he has under this one. He's got it inside the 10. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles get their first points of this game just before halftime. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was gonna be a touchdown. Like a guy calling it before his three-pointer goes through the net.
Oh, you mean like Larry Legend Bird? In the three-point shooting contest in the 80s? What? The kids aren't alive, I get it. They weren't alive in the 80s. They didn't see Larry Legend do it, but he did. And he anticipated, just like the quarterback.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Eagles cut the lead down to 10. Just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. And with that 2-score lead, partner, they've got the option here. You can sit on it, or they could try something really aggressive. Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them the first down.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Finds him over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Wow, they must really trust this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. So a two-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt.
Pretty eyes got me dazed up while I sing this song. They're like, oh, oh, oh.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update as always. And welcome back, everyone. Third quarter about to get underway. And a two-score ball game here as we resume play.
I know that I can't stop. I've got real vision, baby. Feel like I'm missing out, can't get love. You know I'm counting on you, yeah, to come bring me down.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
Feel like I'm missing out, ain't you good? You know I can't.
Comes Williams on the return. This makes it up to the 25. So to begin the third quarter, the Eagles offense returning to the field. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Bronx. See if they can attack that deficit. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. He will be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. It's going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They're throwing it. Some on a quick hitter. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You trade a little bit of speed, sure. Sure do get a lot of size. Anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
Cowboys bringing out an extra defensive back on 3rd. Here he is on 3rd and short. Right back to Goddard, and he's got it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
They send a tight end in motion. Read option on 1st down. He's going to keep it. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, really quick decision making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. In the air here. Screen to Barkley. He's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the middle of that. Instead of them just getting knocked back first, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Completed to his running back. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. That'll be good for Philadelphia first down.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to give him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
They'll head up here first and 10 from the 34. Stops him left side. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Barkley trying this up the gut. Their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. 12 yards on that play. A good call, nets him the first.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
On the red zone now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now it's 2nd down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you gotta feel like he should be able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. When you get down here,
The ball's out, he lost it! And it skips out at the 2-yard line, dangerously close to a touchback, but they'll be set up near the goal line instead. Ooh, bad fortune turned to good pretty quickly there, partner. That fumble eluding capture, and thankfully ends up out of bounds.
yeah, big old sigh of relief on that sidelines, but that new life's going to be short-lived here if they're not able to convert on this 3rd down.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
All right, looks like this is the moment they're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on 4th. They're going to try to throw for it. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles cut into the lead coming out of halftime. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your 2nd read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
So far from what I know, I'm seeking the unknown.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Bubbles with his snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Eagles cut it to a field goal game. Set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get into it back to the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. That lead already smaller than it was at the break, Brock, and they're going to face a little pressure now on this opening series. first and 10. Play action, Prescott. The left side, Sanders has it. This one up to about the 27-yard line. Cooper to Gene with the stop.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Prescott, a quick throw, complete. Short pick up to their own 31. Sidney Brown in on that stop.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Jake. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
Cancel up the chase here on 34. From the gun is Prescott. That's Ferguson, he brings it in. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Downs first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So first down from the 41. Handoff goes to Williams, running right. Gets some space around midfield. You do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Okay, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. You've got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be second down.
Nice little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense is ready.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Now a toss running left with Williams. Up on the line here on second down, which is only going to make things tougher for this third down coming up.
That's a tremendous study right there. That linebacker, it was almost as if he was in the other team's huddle and knew what was coming. He read his keys, he pulled the trigger, and he makes a tackle for loss.
Third down, Eagles opting to go with a dime here. Third and long for him here. Gets his running back. This is going to be fourth down, Brock. He's at about well shy of what they needed there.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. From the right hash, 52 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. That'll double their lead to 6.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all of his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here comes Williams on the return. He's brought down just inside the 25. The Eagles and A.J. Brown getting set for another look on offense here. Now trying to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. They're going play action. He puts a man under it deep down the middle. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with though here. He got second down.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
So play number 1 almost ended this drive. Let's see what play number 2 has in store. And again on 2nd and 10. Yet another grab for Goddard. They're going to take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 from the 43. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Couldn't find a completion on 1st down. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Throwing it again here. Short pass brought in. Gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
We've reached the end of the 3rd on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Eagles in possession of starts. They trail, but that lead is within reach. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
The Eagles are in punt formation. And this was pylon hunting for a moment, but it's over the goal line and out the side of the end zone for a touchback. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Handoff here to Sanders. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. A run with Williams. They call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end block. It's 3rd down.
Jalen Carter on the tackle. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Dak now from the gun. He's going to run for it. And this one does not go far.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
The Cowboys sending out their punting unit. Brian Anger, the one to send it away. And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely, and that'll be a touchback. The Eagles headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. He dodged the tackle. And he has it right there midfield here. It's about a yard short. It's a 29-yard gain. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Eagles first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand if thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road with what looked like a very plain play.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Completed over the middle. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Throw here, 3rd down. Take it in over the middle. It's Dotson. This is going to be short. Quick stop by the defense. Bring up 4th down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it, throwing in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Down to score, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. Run forward with Barkley. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard gain. Great call there on 4th down. Keeps this drive moving.
Sometimes you hear 4th and 2 and it sounds like it's short, but what if I said 4th and 6 feet? That's a little bit more, and it takes a surge just like that to get it done.
Underneath the strangest
Going to the ground again on 1st. This is going to go for about an 8-yard pickup as he takes it inside the 30-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Pass complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet. That's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Sneak coming. They're loaded and ready for that sneak work. They stop it at the line. No gain.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Throw right side. Caught by Goddard. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on it, bro. Quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Third and 4 coming up now.
inside my memory.
Back to throw it. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for him. Thinking interception to be had. The incompletion's still pretty good for the defense.
All right, this is going to be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles find a way to tie it late. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. So it was touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline. They do have some time left on the clock, and remember, all they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
They have to try now to put them in front late. It's the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game.
Waiting for the end to appear as the pendulum swings, as the pendulum. But it only makes me bleed more. You never seem to leave my shore. Yeah.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
You never seem to leave my shore. Yeah.
Turpin with a return.
Can't take this anymore.
Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here.
When the monsters were alive, as the pendulum swings.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. To throw. Push deep downfield. He's got it inside the 25. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys jump in front late. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have won. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
The time will be leaving.
So as we expected, they're lining up to go for 2 here and a 7-point advantage. He is to throw. And he reaches the end zone, so they'll be up to a 7-point lead.
Shackles on my wrist, tied and bound. Heart is pounding, you ignore the sound. Jesus, be a good boy, or I'll kill you slow. Got a taste for the torture, but she's getting more. First the fingers, then the arms. What kind of voltage you come from? She's the blade, cut me up until there's nothing left of me.
Well, he just caught them a touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well.
Operate out to kick this one away. Shipley now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now the Eagle offense heading back out to the field. Still time to go, Brock, but their touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here.
Boys, you love that, did you run? So where
get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, they need 7. They look to throw it. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now 3rd down. The throw. They cross the 40. Nice run there. And all the way up to the 42-yard line before he stopped. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. First down from the 42. Setting up to pass. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get 1 step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
They can throw it to the gun. Finds Dotson left side. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. He's looking for Dallas Goedert there. So that brings up 2nd down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on it every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches. That heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
And again, an interception is thrown. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It can be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
To throw. Sends this to the end zone. And he brings it in. Touchdown. A big decision coming up for him now. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
We knew this was coming. All touchdowns are reviewed, especially late in a close game like this.
Previous play is under review.
This right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again. Unlike these officials, we got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
Have to review the play. Ruling on the field stands.
So the celebration can resume on that sideline. The touchdown stays. They're lining up for 2. This is for the lead and potentially the win. They're going to try and run for it. And he won't reach the end zone. The defense gets the stop they need, and that could win them this game. Well, we, of course, have the benefit of hindsight up here, but risking the game on a 2-point play, not looking preferable at this moment to just taking the point after in time.
This is why the coaches get paid what they get paid. If you make it, you're brilliant, you're brave, you're a risk taker. But if you fail, you're reckless and careless. I'll say this too, Kate. Now you're going to have to talk to your defense. Because what you've just told your defense is we didn't trust this game to go to overtime. We wanted to win it with our offense, and they didn't get the job done.
Less than 25 seconds to go. This onside try is for the game. And this kick is brought in by the Cowboys. And that should be enough to secure them this win.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
The Cowboys and C.D. Lamb headed back out on offense. They have the ball back, but that lead now cut down to a single point, Brock. They want to run out that clock if they can, but above all else, they got to take care of that football.
This is situational football at its best. You work and prepare for these moments, and as an offense, you've got to love this situation. You don't want to play so conservative and have what you just said in the back of your mind, can't turn it over, can't make a mistake. No, you want to flip that switch and say the ball's in our hand, go finish it.
So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the L column.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, but also the ones that you know best. So yes, it is just a little bit sweeter when you take care of business in your own division.
So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.